This book is incredible. It has helped so many famous individuals and business people. When I was in high school, my dad said to me, I'll give you $20 to read this book. If I could give all of you $20, I'd encourage you to read this book or watch this video to help yourself to learn to make more friends, be more influential, be nicer, be better individuals. Use psychology in your life every day. Here are 9 of the ways in this book that you can influence people and make friends. The first way is to say people's names often. Instead of saying, hey man, how's it going? Say, hey John, how are you? This is why my first day of class, when my students walk in my classroom, I know everybody's name. I spent time, and students know that. They care that I care. They know that I care about them so much. Number 2 is don't criticize, complain, or condemn. No one likes to hear someone speak negatively all the time. It's actually unattractive for us to see someone constantly complain. If we speak happier and with more positivity, people see us as more attractive. My students come to the classroom occasionally and they say, I'm so cold. I can't help that because I can't control like my windows and like the weather outside and my class gets different degrees. So I bought them blankets. I bought for them. They can use if they want to. I'd encourage you when you go somewhere, instead of saying something negatively, think, what can I say right now instead positively? And guess what? Because you can't say something negative and positive at the same time, the positivity takes over the negativity. The third way is to show appreciation and thank others. Do this meaningfully. Don't just say thank you to everybody, but write some notes. Handwritten notes are the most powerful things in the entire world. I love this so much. Find people who you love. Find your parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, mentors, coaches, people who mean things to you. Write them a note. This means so much to them. In all humans, it's our deepest desire to feel appreciated. Help others feel appreciated. Feel good, do good phenomenon. Spread the love. Number 4 is to ask questions about others. People love to talk about themselves. People love to say I. Okay? If I can ask you, how are you doing? What's work like? What are your college plans? And I seem invested in you. I, of course, am genuine about it. Okay? If you can seem genuine and ask people questions, they will be so happy because they're talking about themselves. And guess what? They want to hear from you more. I have friends who only discuss themselves for hours, and it's kind of like, dude, I'm here too. Smile. When I see a smile, I just love it. You might think, I'm not happy. Why should I smile? It's actually shown through research. If you smile more, it actually makes and boosts your mood. Good vibes. I love smiling. And a lot of people think that Americans are fake by smiling too much. But smiling is a way to influence people. When you need to confront somebody, start with the positives. Use the feedback sandwich. Say something very positive. In the middle, say you want to say something kind of, critical. In the very end with something very positive. The bread is the positivity. For example, my dad sees me with red pants and says, Hair, Redman, why are you wearing red pants? That's weird. He could have said, hey, Hair, I love your creativity. Maybe we could change the color of pants we wear. I appreciate everything you do. I'm appreciated. I'll change my pants for sure. My pants, I'll change them. It's like a cushion. Like an airbag. Like don't be so negative at first. Be happier. I say, hey, so and so, like I love you in my classroom. Thanks for being here. Your peers can't hear what's being said in the classroom. How could you help me to be able to help your peers out a little more? Again, I really love having you in my classroom. There's no way to win an argument. My family is a little bit argumentative occasionally, and I only go home from those experiences very happy, okay? In the classroom, for example, if it's a debate class or an English class or history class, occasionally debate is fun. I am extremely competitive of games. I can play card games so fast, but occasionally I'll let people win because I'm constantly winning, they're not happy. But if I play nice in the game, and I know I'm going to win, for example, in a game called Ligretto, I win almost every time. But instead of saying Ligretto, the game ends and everybody loses their points, I just wait until everybody has more points. And I say Ligretto later on, I win, but quietly, okay? I'd encourage you to be less competitive, to be less argumentative, because people aren't excited to be around people who argue. One of my best friends in the world loves to argue. When I met him, I knew that from other friends that he likes to argue. I told him, I said, hey, I will never discuss politics with you, ever. I love politics. We plot very similar in politics. I'm never going to discuss it in the slightest. And I and this friend have a great relationship together. Be empathetic. Not sympathetic, but understanding. Be in their shoes. Try and see both sides of the argument. For example, my wife loves skim milk. I love whole milk or 2%. I'm a human, right? So I try to see her side. And now, as a couple, we drink 1%. The goal is to see others' views. For example, in my classroom, my students do an addiction simulation. They try and feel how it feels to have an addiction. Occasionally, we see somebody who is doing drugs or a friend who has problems. I might feel bad for that person. I don't actually feel for them. I don't know what it feels like to have drug problems. So my goal with my students is to have them have hands-on situations where they can feel empathy. This is the way to solve problems. When I feel not only for somebody, but feel with somebody. The last one is to admit our mistakes. We are human. It's very important to tell our kids, our students, that we make mistakes too. I touch the oven, I learn immediately, don't touch the oven. Mistakes help us learn even more. An A minus is fine. You learn from that mistake. You learn from problems. If I fall, I learn to walk better. Yoda says that failure is the greatest teacher. That's so true. In German, I am constantly making mistakes in German. For example, once I said the N word instead of the word carrot during a prayer. This helped me to learn never say those words ever again. Mistakes help us learn so much. Why is this important, Herr Edmund? All leaders and likable people encourage, support, and elevate others. They call attention to people's good points, not mistakes. They ask questions. They make others feel heard. And because they do this, everywhere they go, more often than not, they get their way. Why wouldn't they? They have a long list of friends, and they influence people with quiet confidence and humility. If you want to be important, make everyone around you feel important first. Good luck. This is the Positivity Channel. Subscribe to see more psychology, pets, and awesomeness.